Hi everyone, my name is Ramesh. I have 10 plus years of experience in Salesforce uh, customization and configuration as a senior technical consultant. Okay, today's session is how to connect a VS Code to the Salesforce by using SFDX. Okay, so next slide, there are some steps I have. So I will show you what are those steps. Okay. Now, prerequisite softwares, first one. So there are two softwares you need to install in your machine. Okay, what are those? One is Visual Studio Code, and another one is Salesforce CLI. So now, first one, this is the software. This is the official website you need to download and install in your machine. Based on your operating system, you can download and install. These are the official website. No need to go third party softwares. I mean to say third party website and download. These are the official website. Similarly, Salesforce CLI. So you need to install this software in your machine. Okay. Consider I already installed these two softwares in my system. So you can see here in the terminal, right? Suppose how do you know whether is our SFDX, I mean to Salesforce CLI is installed properly or not, right? So simply check here in the terminal SFDX space version. Okay, here you can see it will give version name. Suppose if I want to update latest version of SFDX, right? Simply update. It will going to take some time to update if any updates is happening in the Salesforce CLI. So my I mean to say Salesforce CLI already up to date, so there is no updates. Okay. Now second point is VS Code extension. There is a one extension is mandatory to install that extension in your Visual Studio Code. I will open my Visual Studio Code. Here you can see extension in the left panel. So if you see right, simply type Salesforce. There is a Salesforce extension package. Okay, this package contains all the Salesforce APIs. Okay, so I already installed Salesforce extension package in my Visual Studio. So here you can see all my whichever required, right? And one more thing, this is Salesforce package XML generator. I will show you in this session only what is the use of this extension. Now I will create Salesforce project. How I will create Salesforce project, I will just show you. So here you need to click on command palette. Okay. So instead of this is you can see here you can select this. I will use my keyboard command shift P. Okay, same. So first option I'm selecting default standard one. Here I need to give project name. So simply I'm giving my project name. So here I'm selecting uh, my workspace, my project workspace. So now here you can see my project is created and project folder structure you can see. Now next part, I mean to say third step, I need to authenticate with the Salesforce. Okay. Now I will go to Visual Studio Code. Again, same command shift P. Here you can see sfdx colon authorize an org. So this is one time activity only. So I created my developer account. So I will use login.salesforce. This is my not a sandbox. This is only for the practice purpose only. So I need to select production. So this is the main important thing. Th- I mean to say alias name I need to give. I will simply give whatever you want. You can give it. Okay. So here I can see I need to select this first one because I need to authenticate with this user ID. This is user ID. So I will select this. Here, because SFDX, we are trying to authenticate with SFDX, right? So you need to give allow. Yeah, here you can see authentication is successful. Now, if I will go back to my Visual Studio Code, here some logs is happening. Here also you can see in the console SFDX are run successfully. Okay, so now we are successfully authenticated with the Salesforce arc. Now, for here you can see Google Chrome extension. So, in my mission, I mean to say, my Google Chrome, I have two uh, Salesforce extension. Mainly, I will use. There are multiple extensions are there. So, I will show you what are those. Okay. Now, first, I will go to setup. Here you can see Salesforce Advanced Search Code. This is one extension. If in this bar, you can see right here, this is Salesforce Advanced Code Search. Okay, this is one extension. Here you can search whatever you want in the Salesforce metadata based on these components only, like a class, page, triggers, blah blah blah. Now let me authenticate with this. Yeah, you can see successfully authorized. You will redirect your Salesforce in few seconds. Yeah, now we successfully authenticated. Second extension, here you can see Salesforce Inspector. This also one useful to me. So I will simply write some SQL query. Here you can see right, and a few advantages of this. Let me, if you click on this data import, right? So without using data loader, right? So we can do this operations: insert, update, upset, delete actions. This is one advantage of this Salesforce inspector. So you can see write queries instead of using Salesforce out of the box like a developer console. Next, I will show you like a few examples for SFDX, right? So I will just show you flash out my Visual Studio. Here you can see in the taskbar in the Visual Studio, there is a something called Take Guys. This is nothing but alias name. Okay. By using this, I will open my arc without using any username password. Yeah. Now here you can see sfdx args colon open hyphen u instead of this is deprecated. So I will use wow. I'm simply giving my tick, guys. So my arg is opened without using any password. You can type this command in your local machine. Like if you're using Windows operating system, then you can use ms thus some command prompt. Simply hit with respect to your alias name, arg alias name. So automatically it will open your arg without using any username password. Okay, now I will just show you few examples. So this is a one more example. So in your terminal you can type sfdx arg colon list. So I have this many args connected. Few are sandboxes, few are developer. Now next slide, if I will hit the same command, at the end you can see tech guys with followed by username and here arg id and connected status. These are the one example, and like I will show you how to create a trigger. Okay, now I will go to my Visual Studio Code. So here there is a folder called triggers. Okay, now right click on your folder, create, you can see right, create Apex trigger. Okay, just I'm giving one sample trigger, sample account trigger. Okay, on account object. So here you need to select a trigger default only. Here you can see right, a subject instead of x object, whichever object you need to give. I will give account object. This part is done. Now I need to push this sample trigger onto my arc with respect to whichever currently it is pointing to tech guys. Now there are multiple ways to push. Simply right click on this, you can see sfdx deploy this source arc, source to arc. So it will take some time to deploy this change. So meanwhile we'll go to the arc deployment status. Yeah, here you can see it is deployed. Now I will go back to my Visual Studio Code. So now here also you can see it is deployed without any issue. Now I will open this same trigger in okay, here you can see sample trigger. Now I will edit something. Okay, now I will edit. Just I'm adding one comment here. Let me save. Now it is saved. This line of code, it is not available in our local machine. That means in the arg level some changes is happening, right? So for that we need to retrieve those change. Okay, before developing anything, right? First you need to retrieve the changes from your arg. So here right click on this and sfdx retrieve this source from arg. Is that line? So it will going to take few seconds. Now you can see it is retrieved. Okay, this is one thing. Let me open a few more examples. In the beginning of the session we are talking about one more uh, is a Visual Studio Code extension, Salesforce package XML generator. So now I will show you the how to use this extension. Okay. Now I will go back to my project workspace. So here you need to create sometimes this manifest folder. Under this you can see package.xml. So sometimes it will, by default it will create this path. I mean say with path with the respective folder and a path. If not creating, then you can create a manually in this same path like manifest under this project. Okay, and create a blank package.xml. Now go to view command palette. Here first option sfdx package generator. Now I need to select that one. Here I will select trigger. This is my sample trigger. Before I removed two folders, objects and triggers. Now I will select some custom fields. Okay, it will retrieve the data from your org. Okay, I will clear all. I will select a few only. This few fields for the custom fields. Before update package.xml, first open this package.xml. It is a blank. Okay, now I will update this. Now whenever I'm updating here, this one you can see this also is updated here. Why it is start coming? Because in the apex trigger only one component is there, because of star it is coming. Okay, now I will retrieve this. How will you retrieve? You can see that this is package.xml sfdx retrieve source in manifest from your arc. Whatever components we are specified in this package.xml, that will retrieved from your arc. Currently, it is pointing to my arc tech guys alias name. Okay, now here you can see console all components are retrieved. Now, if I will go back to my workspace, right here you can see all metadata retrieved. This is the main advantage of this. And also you can see with respect to my arc, in the left panel you can see something cloud object browse arc browser. So here also we can download the custom metadata whatever we want, like consider uh, aura component. Currently I don't have any aura component, so it will come blank. So custom labels, you can simply click on this download. Whenever you click that object, right, it will come into anywhere. Consider this is account object, right? Before click on this account object, I will go to my workspace. Here under account object only fields are there. Okay, now I will click on this. Let's see what will happen. It will come complete object details for account object. Yeah, now it retrieved. Now we will go back to my workspace. Here you can see all objects are coming. All objects for account objects. Okay. Here all list views for account. Whatever web links. This is the object like OWD settings. All things will come here. Object package.xml. This is one more thing for this is the main advantage for developers to check this. What are the access area giving for this account object? Yeah, that's all about today's session. If you like this video, please subscribe. Thank you for watching this video.